So Fernando would normally be the intro to this, but he is off picking up his little boy. He'll be back, but we got a ton of work we're doing, and this was just the perfect time I had to kind of explain. Oh, he's pulling in right now. So this was like the perfect time I had to explain what's going on here in the install bay on this beautiful Tuesday in sunny Florida. I will say this. What's up? Am I the only one that really hates daylight savings time? I mean, I know like in Arizona you guys don't have to deal with that, but man, I hate daylight savings. I hate it. I hate leaving work when it's dark. Anyways, enough of that. So what we got going on is we got a Cobra, old school Cobra here. Old school Cobra. I mean, everything about it is old. And this is all the equipment we've taken out of it so far is the two subwoofer amplifiers, the amplifier for the highs, the CD player, and the radio, I guess, has this old school staggered. Metro makes a replacement for this now, so we are going to be changing that out and going with a doubled in. They took out their back seat. They have this rear seat delete. That's where the amplifier is going to go. Roll bar it had, so we had to pop that out. So lots of fun just getting to point one. Now he wants to do Rockford highs. He had a set of T2 6.5s, which if anyone has ever done one of these 5x7 Mustangs, it's not real easy to do that with a 6.5. A normal 6.5 would be cool, but Rockford's T2s are just gigantic. So that was out of the question. So luckily for us, we also had in the T2 5.25s in stock. So bonus. And here is the rear speaker pods. So it's actually a 5.5. Did I say 5x7s? Luckily we had 5.25s in stock. So 5.25 bolts right in. What you do need to do is the hole pattern is different. So you have to fill the holes for the previous 5.25. You have to fill those in because you don't want air to leak out of them. And then you can drill new holes to put your new 5.25 in. I love old school Mustangs, right? And then we made the tweeter brackets. This is made out of 16th inch because we need them to be thin for the pods that go up front. So this is the little pod that goes up front. So this has a grill that goes over it, so you don't want these to get too tall. So 16th inch works great. And now we're working on the 5x7 adapters. And so naturally we headed over to the laser. And this is our generic 5x7. So this at some point, we put one of these onto our flatbed, we scanned it, and we came up with this guy here. So this is our baseline for what we need to create. And what I wanted to do is the factory speaker, which I have no idea where they've gone to. I don't know where they went. Oh wait, yeah, we were literally just touching one. What's up, everyone? How you doing today? So the factory speaker, as you can see, is rather thick. So we're going to use 1/2 inch material, but I don't want to bring the speaker out. I actually want to keep the speaker tucked in next to the door panel, to this plastic bracket that it has. So it has this plastic bracket. So I don't want to bring the speaker out here. I want to keep it touching this. But I also want a really thick baffle for it. Oh yeah. So this is what we're dealing with. So anyways, so we take our generic one here just to give us an idea. And I want it to sit like this. So I know immediately my hole is too small. I got to make the hole bigger. And if I turn this just right, I can see this here, and this here. So I need to make this a little bit different sized. So that leads us to drawing a shape that looks like this. Little edges here and there. And then this will fit over the top. So this is what I was talking about. I want it to look like that. And screw in from the back side. So that then gets transferred over to a piece of 1/2 inch. So here's your 1/2 inch. But then we put it on the giant router bit, and it does this for us. So it gives us this shape here. And then when you mount the speaker into the bracket like such, which this isn't mounted yet, this is actually just tucked in there, we end up with this. So this is what it's going to look like sitting in the door. So we've managed to keep that speaker touching. We'll add some hardware in so that it mounts in place. And that'll go like that, but gives us just a little bit of extra girth here to kind of keep the speaker. These are 5 1/4, so they're not gonna be like doing this, but that'll keep it safer. I like doing it that style. I mean, it looks cool but we'll see the screws, so it's not like you won't see the screws because there's not enough material there to not use visible screws. So this will be next, and then this will come into the door. And hold on. Yeah, anyways, you get the idea. I gotta screw it together. So that is how that is gonna go down. Yeah, so that's the speakers in this. I know it's an old car, but there's still a lot of effort going into the speakers, because even though it is an older car, and like I've done tons of these back in the day, technologies and how to install it have changed a lot. So why not bring an old install like this that, you know, I might have done tons and tons of. I mean, this was back in the heyday of cars. But now we have new techniques, we have new ways of doing things. So it only makes sense to bring that into the bay on an old car and get it to, you know, give it the same install that we would on a newer car. So that is our speakers in this. Now, as far as amp racks and stuff like that, so he has the rear seat delete, which is going to go in, and we're going to mount a D61200 onto that. We'll make our own ABS panel and attach it to his panel, because that only makes sense. We'll just have the wires tucked in behind so that you don't, you know, so you'll see all the wires. You'll see tomorrow. But that's it. That's what we got going on in the bay right now. Let me go. What scanner are you using now? Just an Epson. I just have an Epson flatbed scanner. I need to get the bigger Epson, so I'm just using this one. You can get it from Staples, I think. It was either Staples or Office Depot. I just stopped in one morning on my way to work, and I just set the speaker on top of it and let it do its thing. Because, I mean, it'll do an 8x10 size. Maybe it'll do legal, so it'll do a little bit bigger. But, you know, with the Glowforge, I don't really need it much bigger than that. So, your speaker brackets are next level. Thank you. Okay, I'm running a KW6 600 DSP in my 21 Elantra, tapped into the front from RCA signal, didn't use LGDs, but it's working great. Is that because of the DSP? No. So there's no reason why it wouldn't work. So here's the misconception with LGDs, and for those of you who don't know, we're talking about load resistors. They do two things depending on what the manufacturer has turned on in their build. So in a Chrysler, you need load generators for two reasons. One, to stabilize the output of the amplifier, and two is they have the load sensing circuit turned on. So when it doesn't see a load, the amplifier sees it as an open channel and it shuts off that amplifier channel to protect itself. However, what the load is doing on the first part, which is loading the amplifier down to keep it under control, that is why we still use load resistors. So you could be getting sound. It could sound amazing. However, what you're not seeing is, because you're not throwing it on an oscilloscope, is some of the problems that are happening on high volumes and whatnot. So the load contains the amplifier. So think of it as like a fence to restrict it so that it doesn't do stupid shit. Which is really, it's a real basic way of thinking about it. So should you add them? Yeah, order a set, throw them in there. It'll take you all of 20 minutes and you won't have to worry about the amplifiers inside of your radio dying. Because what happens is it's kind of like you running on a treadmill really, really fast. Eventually, you're going to fall on your butt. So, trust me, get a set of the LGD greens, throw them in there. You have plenty of time. Everything will be great. The other thing, too, is so there again, that's for the load part. That's to protect the output of the amplifier, because that's really what you're putting it in there for, and to keep the signal under control. But as far as the signal sense part of it, like the Chrysler side that we were talking about, not everyone has their sensor turned on at the same time. So, for example, like GM, their circuit turns on like after 3 or 4 days. So it's like every so many sleep cycles, it checks. And if it doesn't see anything, it shuts off. So we found that out because we were having guys with GMs, and they were like, we were using the blues and we needed greens because it wasn't enough of a load for the internal protection circuit to keep playing, so it would shut itself off. So there you go. Big answer, small question. Do you think the Altos is worth it, Christian? I mean, versus the MT450, there's $400 between them. So the Alto is a big ass tweeter, Christian. I mean, it's a monster. The 450 is yeah. I don't know. I think I have the 450s here. It's, yeah, if it's a, I don't know. Yeah, go for it, bro. What DSP amp and Bluetooth for music do you recommend? That's kind of a, your bigger brands. So there's a couple big brands that make optional DSP with Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or something like that. Like Helix does a really good job of offering plugins for their equipment, so you can just add in a module to it. Both Moscone and Audison offer an external high-res Bluetooth player for it, which is really nice. I don't know what ARC has, but any one of those would do the job. And there you can mix and match. The nice thing about going with the external, like Moscone piece, is you can plug it into anybody's DSP. It's got a Toshlink output, so any DSP that has a Toshlink input, you can go directly into it, which is kind of cool. I have a Pioneer deck. I have it wired for active setup two-way. What is the best RTA I could use without a ton of equipment? I can only use the Pioneer deck for tuning. Are you sure you just can't plug the Pioneer mic into it, let it tune itself? Most of the, I would check the owner's manual, because most of those Pioneers, you can plug in their microphone and it'll automatically tune itself. It's this little guy right here, this little Pioneer mic that just plugs into the aux port on the back of the radio. Aside from that, if you have an iPad, and I say iPad has nothing to do with Android or anything like that, I only say iPad because Apple's App Store has RTA apps and those don't, so you could use a laptop, I suppose, but a new iPad with any USB-C microphone, Dayton, Studio 6, the UTES mic, any one of those will give you a reasonably priced microphone, and then you can download pretty much any one of there's dozens of RTA apps that are free or $10 and tune away. So, and if you had, so some of us, like myself, have the old Lightning connector, the iTest mic, and now Apple's making a female Lightning to USB-C adapter, which is really awesome. So now I can use that mic with my iPad. So I'm pretty excited about that. Grab a set of greens. Thanks, Dean. Run them before the amp. Yes, run them before the amp. So right out of the radio, right before the amp. It doesn't matter where you put them. Just put them somewhere where there's nothing on top of them, because they can get hot. They are resistors. So put it in an open area where you don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, right there. I just waved to somebody. Hi. That was an accident. Sorry. Put them anywhere where, right there. High level, side level, so right there before the amp is fine. I heard wonderful things about ribbon tweeters. Are they that much better sounding than a silk tweeter? Yeah. However, so here's the deal with ribbon tweeters and electrostatic panels and stuff like that. They're dust magnets. like severe dust magnets. So that's kind of why you don't see a lot of ribbon tweeters in cars, especially if you drive with your windows down or your smoke or anything like that. But it's a different sound. It's a totally different sound. So like in the headphone world, there's a company called Stax, and they make an electrostatic headphone. And supposedly, I haven't heard a set yet. I'm dying to hear a set. Not dying. I'd really like to hear a set. Probably have to buy them, but I don't really want to spend the money to get a generic pair. Because you have to get what's called an exciter in order to play them. So you have to buy an amp and the headphone. The most reasonably priced one I've been able to find are like $2,500, and that's for a generic pair. So yeah, but no, they're definitely it's a really awesome tweeter. There are a couple companies that make them for car, but it's really just a universal tweeter. But you can put them in a car, but they're big. They're big tweeters. I know Orca has the Raven. I think they make a set in the Raven line, pardon me, which are really nice. I've yet to hear them though, but yeah, ribbon tweeters are really cool. Specs show 2-inch diameter. Okay, so it's the big diameter one. So yeah, it's going to be the same. Listen, Christian, you know you're going to want to spend the money, so just spend the money and get it over with. Key 200.4 gain setting different from other amps. If you're going high level on them, you're not going to need a lot of gain. So the gain, that was kind of my big complaint to the engineers, is like, man, that gain is real touchy. So a lot of the times we're doing high level, we won't even crack. Like we'll use it for front stage only, so the tweeter mid bass or mid range mid bass, and we'll usually bring up what we call the mid bass, which is the rear channels, up just a touch. But never on the tweeter or 3.5 unless your radio's high level output is nothing. But if you're doing low level, then it's just a normal amplifier gain. And if that made no sense, I'm sorry. Dean, I know you say use green load resistors, but what about kicker kiss load? So the kiss load is yeah, you could use the kiss load. It's cool. I like it because it's a big heat sink. But it's we go back and forth with that because of the load, but for what you're doing, that load would be fine. So yeah, you could totally use the kiss load. And it looks cool because it looks like an amplifier. It's just, the LGD greens are pretty reasonable, so oh, Morel's in the house. Hey, Natasha. It's only 5K. Don't be such a weenie. And speaking of Natasha, that is Morel. And Morel is the sponsor of this little inserted commercial that we're going to throw at you here for 5 Minutes with 5-Star on Instagram. Hey, what's going on? So if you're interested in some high-end audio like Christian is and just keeps asking me all these questions, when he knows that's just what he's going to buy because he's that kind of guy, you can head over to morelhifi.com and check it out, see what they have, and, well, hey, just get them for your car. I don't know what else to say. I mean, just do it. Just Nike that bitch, right? I think I should round these over. I don't know. Maybe not. Looking at my brackets, I'm trying to. I think it'll get in the way of the screws if I round it over, and it'll look bad. So I won't be rounding them over. But, anyways, yeah. So definitely check that out. But that's what we got going on here in the install bay. We got a Cobra. We talked about the mounts. We answered some questions. Today is Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow with some more questions, and we'll show you where we're at on this thing. Hopefully much further along. Hopefully almost done. That would be great. Oh, the amplifier in this is going to be a D6 1200 running front rear sub. Just so you know, just in case you're wondering. All right, guys. You have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye. Man, my soldering iron died today.
No?
The battery. I mean, it still works. It's just...
Yeah,
the battery died. It does suck. And yours is missing a tip. So, I had to use your other one.
How low we become.
I mean, all I have to do is charge the battery and it'll be good as new.
No, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
But, you know, hey. Anyways, guys, we are finishing up the Mustang. He's putting the power to it so that I'll be able to get in here and we'll do it. What's up, Lino? So this is, he did the rear seat delete. This was his, it was already in here. And he wanted the amps to be on the rear seat delete. So we came up with this guy here, which is, it's floating off of the rear seat delete. So there's actually space here. You know, he might put some, he could put some LEDs there. That would be cool. Either way, what we have is the two rear crossovers. This has T5 components here in the rear and I don't know why I said T5. T2 Rockford components here in the rear. Tweeter, mid-ranger showed those yesterday. So these two are rear crossovers. These two are front crossovers. The wires run down to their corresponding sides. So this is a 6-channel, but we're running it 5-channel. So he showed up. This was his equipment. So he picked out the stereo. We're just changing things, like he had 6.5, we needed 5.25, stuff like that. But he has a dual 2 sub, so we're going to be running it 4 ohm off of 5 and 6 bridged. So essentially this is just going to be a really nice 5-channel amplifier. And so there again, simple, clean wire. Everything is just kind of giving it that look. Radio in the dash, went to a double DIN, so we went with the Metra kit to refit it. Added the bass knob over here to the side. So we made a cool little plate. And then USB conveniently mounts into the kit. So that is what's happening here. All right, I saw somebody ask a question. What's up, fellas? I have a question. I was wanting to add an epicenter. Do I replace my bass knob with the one from Audio Control? So if you buy the Epicenter Micro, this guy, it does come with effect and subwoofer level control built into the knob. If you buy the classic version of the Epicenter, the knob is not for subwoofer control, it is for effect only. So that says you need 2 knobs at that point for subwoofer, one for level and one for effect. So that's that. Hello from Clearwater, Florida. Where's a good place to eat here?
Sushi.
Well, that's sushi. Ken Sushi, actually, right next to us, is a good place. Frenchie's seems to be like the touristy seafood place that everybody likes. You know, the reality is it just depends on what kind of food you want. Like if you want Mexican, there's a couple really nice Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
The bougie white one would be Carmelita's, and then what's the other one that I go to all the time? Over there off of Alternate 19.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's good. that's on Main Street. I was there the other night. God, I can't. I can't remember the name of it. Across from 5 Star, we have the original Hooters. Yeah. It's the original Hooters. So if you're not a Hooters fan, this one is actually different. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Hooters is across the street. And it is totally different food from because most of them are chains and they have a different menu than we have here at ours. So it is, we are special. I like Johnny's Italian restaurant, but there's food everywhere. I mean, you know, the thing is, I'm sure you guys can all do the same. It's like you end up going like the same 5 restaurants over and over again, or 6 restaurants, and that's just about it. I have a Prima component 2 ohm running active with gain low. The tweeters still have hiss noise. Are my tweeters too sensitive? So hiss noise and floor noise is a little different. So if you just have floor noise, it could be the source unit. Have you tried to disconnect your input to see if it goes away? that would be the first thing I would do before we try to go too far into this. Disconnect whatever signal is coming into it and see if the floor noise goes away, if in fact it is floor noise or if it's just gain hiss. So that would be where I would start. There you go. That was the tech tip of the day, Bobby. That's all you're going to get from me. Can you send a shout out to my little 8-year-old Manny boy? He loves car audio just like me. Well, there you go.
Oh, Manny.
What's up?
Shout out
What's
to
up?
Manny.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna say like his birthday or something. I was gonna say, oh man.
No, hey.
I don't know.
He loves car audio.
He just
That's
loves
awesome.
car audio.
You
I know.
8-year-old that loves car audio is awesome.
Just make sure you get a real job. Don't get one of these.
This is a real job, dude.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. I mean, sure.
We should spend a week over there.
That's true. Over there. We just spent a week over there.
Over
I was going to
there,
say,
right here.
where was over there? I was over there. I wasn't
here.
here. I was over there. We're having the Brian Mitchell frosted lemonade.
Oh, Brian.
It's his fave. We all have Jeff to blame.
Oh, you should send the picture to him.
Yeah, nah.
He's gonna
Yeah, he just called me a jerk. Like, what's up, dick? Sup, bro?
What up, Jason?
Talk to your boss. He doesn't like you. Doesn't like you at all.
No, he said a
He
lot
was
of
like,
things
she's
about
like, Fro, God, that guy's on borrowed time.
Yeah.
And did one of your guys give you the finger when you got back? Because if he did, it was from me. Make sure when you get back, you give him the, whoa.
That's right.
Yeah. Are you done?
I'm done.
He's done. He's done. This might be a true 5 minutes 5-star today, guys, because as much as we'd love to keep talking and answer questions and stuff like that, we'll talk about that another time, Bobby. But anyways, we do have to tune it. So
Yeah,
what do you got?
so don't forget, guys, this show is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. Then you can find a lot of stuff about Morel here on Instagram, Morel_America. So keep eye on the MorelHiFi.com with the partnership of Mobridge. Now they have a really nice setup
For the Bronco.
Hybrid style Bronco is gonna be nice. MorelHiFi.com and here on Instagram, Morel_America.
Boom.
What's going on?
Not much. Good day, everyone. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good?
So good.
So good?
I'm doing so good. Because I'm here. Working in the
Okay. I mean, if that's all it takes. Well, happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Thursday. Don't forget, tonight it's because it's Thursday. Join me over in the Hi-Fi Vega channel. We'll be doing reverse polarity and side jag and having all kinds of fun Paragon sales. Nice. I was just looking at their ad for Mobridge. Mobridge. Love them. Anyways, I have no opinion on the matter. So we have an F-150 and nothing happening
no
today.
way, really?
Yeah, and so, woohoo! The reason why we're talking about this F-150 is you guys are going to love this, as always. And it's not enough to film a video on because it's literally just putting a radio and a backup camera in it. But he just bought it, and Fernando's like, you got to show this stuff. All right, so here's the battery underneath the hood. No big deal. It's got some corrosion. I think a lot of you guys' batteries probably do. But here's the power wire. So there's an existing amplifier in it. So here's the amplifier. Let's play double Dutch. It's just kind of sitting here. And it's CCA, for one, which is really cool. So you can see the corrosion.
All right, but pay attention of the wire that goes.
So there's what's going on. So you just saw how flimsy it was, but this is what's going into here.
Show
So
the other side of the wire.
that's I just literally pulled it out of the wire. So this was, so now I got a live wire here, so they could do damage. But the other cool thing is you can see there it's just going through the firewall, no grommet, no insulation, no nothing. That's cool, right?
This is the wire. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
All right, do you see
Yeah,
that?
it's shiny red.
Shiny red.
Shiny red. Okay, so we're like, okay, so it's got a factory radio. What's going on? The factory radio has no audio. It's dead. It's not doing anything. And so we look back here and we see an amp. We're like, okay, cool. Got some zip ties.
Must be professional.
It must be, because there's a drywall screw right here. We got some crimp caps. There again, nothing about this screams, ah! It's just like, okay, cool. So I pull up the floor sill. And immediately I see this wire here. And I was like, oh, wow. Why is there 0 gauge here and 4 gauge there? Like, there must be a distribution block that it goes to 4 gauge. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. So then I saw this, which is, this is the ring terminal. And this just pulled out. So this is the end of the wire here. Okay. And then I realized that, like, see how I'm holding this? Okay. And this is a really excited piece of wire. Like, this is,
oh baby.
This is oh baby wire. And it's all the way back to about, there you go. So right about, so from about 2 feet, so from here, which is normal, all the way up, this is all corroded power wire. And it's swelled so big, it looks like a 0 gauge now as opposed to a 4 gauge. I mean, look at the size difference in those wires. Mm-hmm. And you can see inside of it all that. So this is
the same wire.
Oh yeah, it's the same wire. No, we know. Yep. CCA is 100% CCA. So for all the guys making the argument of like, I'm gonna use CCA, go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Go for it.
At some point, it's gonna turn in 0. So you
you could get the bonus. You could get some 0 4 gauge CCA.
God, come on.
I mean,
I was trying.
I was gonna say you could have just cut it. I mean,
why do you want to cut?
I mean, because we're gonna take it out anyways.
It's money right here. Yeah.
It's a grower, not a shower. You found the heart. No, you seem to have this.
I mean, I have it. It's just like
I don't know what you're doing. I know it doesn't want to come out because it's way bigger now.
Yeah.
I gave up on the talks, pros and cons of CCA. Oh no, we don't even bother to talk about it anymore. But this is cool because we're not talking about it. We're actually just showing it. See, look at that. You got it.
I know I got it.
So this is. You know what? We should keep this piece of wire.
Of course.
You should totally keep this piece of wire. So there you go. As you can see.
4.
It's
like a kid, you know? 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old.
You're trying to
so grown up.
Okay, you're mental. But yeah, so this is so there you go. This is CCA. How cool is that? No, we got to keep this. I want to save this for future conversations. Oh. Yeah. Ow. No kidding. Yeah. No doubt it hurts. Really stupid. I mean, it's hard as a rock.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, so anyways, there you go. There's my argument for the day. Don't use CCA.
I use CCA, guys.
You know, and like we said, underneath the hood here, it just pulled right out of, like, look at what we have left. That was all that was connected. The rest of it has just turned literally to dust. Like, how insane is that? How insane. I mean, we didn't really have to, to be honest with you, I don't even think we have to worry about it sparking against anything because there's so little copper in that, it probably wouldn't even know what to do. No, that one's actually good because that one's in there good.
Yeah, this one is good.
Yeah, that one isn't corroded. I mean, you can start to see the dust, but yeah. So anyways,
well,
there you go. There's your tip for the day.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday for sure. Like I said, the only other thing we're putting in this is just a radio and a backup camera.
And it's always trying to find out what's wrong with the car.
That dust can't be good for your breathing. Oh, of course not. I mean, it's I mean,
it's fine.
Man, I mean, what, you know?
It's fine. Look at that.
Well, I always find it funny. It's like, oh, that's got to be bad for you as they're taking not you, but just in general. Hey, you don't want to breathe that as they're vaping or cigarette smoking. But weed, it comes from the ground. It's natural. Anyways.
Yo, bro.
I called you guys, no answer. Well, there's no phone in here at all.
Nope.
So if you didn't call us, you might have called Paul.
All right, if you send a message through here or through Facebook, or you just you gotta email a 5-star carstereo@gmail.com. All spell it out. Or you call what are you trying to do, or you can call the store 727-216-6170.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on. Even the new retail store,
Yeah.
which, no, I'm not anti anything. You do whatever you need to get through the day, man. Just politely do it somewhere where I can't
You're
smell it.
anti-Mexicans.
Why? I love their food. I tolerate you. No, you can do whatever you want, man. You whatever gets you through the day. I'm not here to stop you. I don't have to. I don't particularly like the smell, which is weird. So, that is the one weird thing about driving a convertible is like when you're sitting in a stoplight and you're like,
can get through.
And you're like, how in the hell is it like? Where is this car? I'm looking for Cheech and Chong. Or when I'm going 60 mile an hour down the road and I can smell it, it's like, wow, somebody has the good stuff. Speaking of the good stuff, I tell you what, let's take a trip over to the retail store just to give you guys an update on what is actually happened over there. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, at least it's making some progress. I mean, so let's head over there for a minute.
Coming.
You coming?
Pero verdad, ahora es que es bueno comprarlo porque ahora es que están baratos.
It looks like everything is fine.
So originally, you guys may have seen there was some IKEA shelving here, and it is going to go back there, but Paul loves for people to see stuff. He just can't help himself. So we double stacked the IKEA stuff here so that he could put things out for people to look at, to make him feel better. As you see, we have this going on because we hired somebody else to come in here and fix the nightmare that we had. And so this light used to be there, and we moved it to here, and then this air conditioner vent was above him. Okay, sorry. All right, no, it's like doing. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, so in that room, we're that's getting redone. This is getting redone. This whole wall, basically all of this is all getting redone. The other day we started demoing this display. This was the display in the front of the store. The plan is to make all new panels for it, clean it up, new 5-star logo. We're going to redo the whole back side of it here. We started pulling out all the unnecessary crap that was on here. This is eventually going to go here up against the wall. We had to get the power to work, so there's the power supply for it. There's a battery up on top here, but this will eventually get moved back. Don't know what I'm going to do with this display yet. This wall is also scheduled to be fixed because it's trash. But yeah, got the neon sign. Had electrical here the other day. Paul just loves his neon sign, so we got the neon sign working.
So somebody said the new Wi-Fi of the store is awesome.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi sucks. So actually, yeah, there's going to be a big TV right when you open the door. There's the wall there that they're fixing right now. In the showroom, we're going to I'm just going to get the biggest TV that'll fit on the wall there. And that's just going to have, I'll get like a couple gigs, lots of gigs, get all the gigs, hard drive, and it'll just play like the complete videos up on the wall.
We're going to put the gigawatts in there?
Put the giga. So yeah, there'll be an actual, that was one of the things I wanted to make sure we had done.
So we can play, Thursday night football, Sunday night football.
We won't be here for any of those, but maybe he'll actually watch the videos then. Will you ever do a build that is capable of doing over 140 dBs? I mean, I could put a... that's 140 dB, really?
140 dBs is...
That's nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, dude, we put a... all you gotta do is put a kicker quad box.
A quad box?
Quad box hits 149 with no effort. We had that in Haley's car.
Yeah.
We know that because I bought that dB meter thing from the guy online, and yeah, I mean, 140 dB isn't anything.
Like the sound down that we put one day.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did. No, the one sundown we put in the Honda Accord.
And the Honda Civic. That was the Honda Civic.
Or Civic. Yeah, that one was stupid. I mean, we've done some loud systems. 140 is easy to do, I guess. But I mean, it's not like, no. To answer the question, am I going to put a wall in something? No.
Oh, I like crazy amplifiers like
yeah, and that's really like, I'm not doing not like 140 on highs. That'll never happen. I can tell you that right now. Like, you know, like 8 6.5s in the door and 12s.
Sure.
And, none of that. That's not our thing for sure. And there again, I get what you're saying, and the reality is that's really not what we're going to do. So if there's like 100 dB, 140 dB worth of sub, it's because that was just what we needed for that particular system. But no, we're not.
SPL stuff.
That's of course you will, but that's fine, Ada. You're set up to do that. But yeah, take it to Ada. He'll put 812s in the floor of your car, or 612s, or 810s, or whatever he just did. But yeah, it's all good. Anyways, so that's what we have. We have to get this guy out of here. We just wanted to show you that terrible CCA wire, and that's it. Yeah, hey, we'll put it in his S2000 for sure.
Yeah, you can do that.
Hello from Sounds Incredible.
What's up?
What's going on?
Now the question is, sounds incredible?
It always sounds incredible. I would put a car in your subwoofer. Yeah, you would. I mean, with your wood shop open to the bay like that, what you doing to keep the dust down?
Yeah.
It looks clean. I still get a lot of dust with my dust collector. Okay, so first thing, the best way to keep sawdust out of the customer's car is to not actually use wood. So we have,
don't have wood in here.
We have no wood. So this looks like wood. This is actually white acrylic, and this is 1/2 inch white acrylic. How sexy is that? But this is ABS, and that is blown PVC. That piece right there is the only piece of wood in the shop, and that is the new countertop for my workbench here because it looks like crap. These are all plastic cutting bits that we have, blades. So this is for cutting plastic. These are router bits, so they'll cut whatever the hell you throw at them, including your finger if you wanted to. We do have this, so every now and then, like if you'll see, here's some slot wall. Because we've been cutting a lot of slot wall for the shop next door, so there's a piece there that needs to get cut to go next door that's missing. So we turned this guy on, which does do a really good job of sucking particulates out of the air. And then usually we'll pull this hose, and I'll hold it over the panel saw. I know our good friend Arturo, that's on here quite a bit, he bought the top mount vacuum piece from SawStop and retrofitted it to go on top of his table saw, so it sucks from the top and the bottom, which he says works really well for he has a similar environment like this.
So I think for you question, that will be a really nice dust collector.
Well, he has one, but it doesn't do a good of a job.
I'm gonna say a good one.
Well, I mean we have this one.
We have
it's
this
okay.
one, and it's okay. But I'm
yeah,
saying
it really
if you
needs
wanna keep something nice.
It needs the spiral, the extra piece that goes out. I've been thinking about getting one of those.
Spiral
yeah,
audio?
It's a whole nother. It's a vortex. The vortex attachment.
Now, also, if you have routers, really nice buckets, you can go to Mobile Solutions and get those buckets that they have. They awesome. They're great. So
yeah, we should probably get some of those.
Yeah.
We got to meet somebody.
And this show is not brought to you by Mobile Solutions.
But it could be. It could be. It might as well be. Sucks from the top and the bottom. Sounds like a great time. Exactly, right? I mean, I agree. My custom EQ grayed out on my Flip Out Radio Pioneer. What would be the cause of that? Check your emergency brake wire. The green wire, the light green wire.
Light green wire.
I would check out the light green wire. Yeah. Make sure that it's still doing what it's supposed to do. That's about the only thing I can think of.
When it's grayed out, yeah, normal.
Yeah, it's usually the light green wire is not
or you went
engaged.
into
Or the music is off, but it's still.
The source off.
Yeah. Yeah, the Vortex was going to do that. Yeah, everyone I know that has a Vortex, it's insane. So I would totally...
The Vortex?
Winter Gardens in the house. What's up? All right, listen, guys, we got to get back to work. Thank you so much for stopping by and playing. Don't forget, Thursday night, tune in to the Hi-Fi Vega Network for our shows there. And then...
This show is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. This is the source that you can get from all your car stereo needs. People, come on. Get to MorelHiFi.com so you can buy from integration to a regular 3-way set, speakers, amplifiers, AV amplifiers. Awesome. MorelHiFi.com. Here on Instagram, Morel_America. Thank you, guys.
Bye. So, have you ever put in a dual shaft radio?
A dual what?
No, I said shaft.
Oh, I'm sorry. I remember the movie Shaft. That's the only thing I can remember about Shaft.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
My dad never called me back.
Maybe he figured it out.
Maybe. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? And we have a Jeep.
This is a special Jeep.
This is an old Jeep.
Colorful.
It is very colorful. These all smell the exact same.
Well, I mean...
Like they smelled like this 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. They smelled like they've always smelled
Really?
this way. Yeah. Yeah.
But in this
What's up, Baba?
in this Jeep, we're gonna install a GPS guys over here. So, just to... I don't know how, but we're going to install a GPS.
Here, don't lose her map. She might get lost. This is a dual shaft radio for those of you guys that have no idea what that means. It has cool knobs like this.
Yeah.
Volume control is usually, it used to be like analog twisty and then it became digital. Bass and treble were like you push this and one was bass, push it again, it's treble. Then you had like track up and down, and you have fast forward is a eject, and then these were actually hard buttons. Your cassette went in there, and if you don't know what a cassette is, I can't help you. Radio presets. I mean, this was the essential. This was everything you got in a radio.
What was the... So it was a radio.
Yeah.
You push it.
That's
and then flip the actually cassette without you taking the cassette out.
No, well, you don't to do so. You just have to play it the other way. Like you didn't.
Yeah, but like I remember you used to eject it and then flip it.
Yeah.
That was a radio that the guys that I used to work in the DJ stuff, he had in the semi truck, and he just flip it. Done.
Yeah, it would flip internally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an Alpine.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't that.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, that was just probably the head moved.
I don't know, man.
Either way, I don't know, but the reality is that
This is it.
I think that was called auto reverse, maybe.
Auto reverse.
Sure, let's go with that.
That sounds good. It's a good word.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about cassettes is
Can I auto reverse my life?
Alpine used to have a feature called SCC, stand for Super Core Ceramic, and I remember that because they came around and they asked questions, and if you got 5 of them right, they give you a brand new radio.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty cool.
Naturally, I got a brand new radio. I was the only one to get a brand new radio.
Yeah. Excuse me, man. You guys all suck.
Yeah, hit them both together to flip them. Yeah, that would flip it. Yeah. It's man.
And that's an old guy. I'm pretty sure commenting.
Yeah, it was. It was probably somebody who still has a cassette player. I mean, the reality is why not?
Yeah.
And for metal tapes, metal tapes were always cool. Seat covers scream, I'm from Florida. I mean, don't they?
No.
I mean,
We have towels in the back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I like it. I like it.
I mean, it's a
like
Jeep,
the
bro.
Jeep. Yeah, I like
You know,
the vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally buy this Jeep.
I want to install a 3-way semi-active. What do I do? Passive, tweeter, mid, or mid and mid-bass better? I can do one or the other. What's better? So to answer that question, most of the time in like a factory environment, they will put the mid-range and the tweeter on one channel, and they'll put the mid-bass on its own channel. So that's basically how you want to do it. The problem is that if you're getting like a three-way set and it comes with a passive three-way crossover, so for example,
That one right there.
they're right here. All right, so for example, if you look at this guy right here, so this is your input, this is your tweeter, mid bass. If you do input, tweeter, mid, and don't connect your mid bass up here, these crossover points will all change and it won't function properly because it is made to be a passive three-way crossover. The only company that I've ever seen that does that configuration in the passive crossover is Focal and the KRX3s. The only other way you could do that is if you're getting something like these Audison crossovers where you have one crossover here for the tweeter, you have one crossover for the mid bass, and then you'd have a third crossover just for the mid range. When it's all their own crossovers, then yeah, you can do that as well. That will work. But if your crossover is a three-way crossover, this is also a three-way crossover. And this one cannot be run without all three speakers connected to it. So just keep that in mind when doing it because it changes everything. Okay.
This Jeep has less miles than my G35.
Well, it's a Jeep, bro. Jeeps are sexy. You should have a Jeep.
I will buy a Jeep.
Alpine. Have flashback to old school tech. Yeah, I mean, I just have a flashback to old school cut hands and whatnot. So here's the problem with this Jeep. In order to get these out, like, you could loosen this, you could loosen this. Sometimes you could take this off. Most of the time this was rusted if you try to take this off. So really, you kind of had to pull a lot of this dash out to get up underneath. And what most guys ended up doing is they just come up underneath behind and hold the drill bit in your hand and then try to get the 4x6 out. And then this is a unique size 4x6, so you could do like this 2-screw thing. Sucked. Then I refused to do it because it's like, no, this thing is way too old. So what we do in this is we have this guy here that we get off Amazon. And hey, could you come here for a second? Give me a hand. Grab a knife.
A hand with a knife? Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. And this guy here, which I think we've showed this before. So this takes 2 5 1/4, sorry. Drills to the floor of the car, and it sits right here like that. So you get like this boombox thing. Now they make a couple others, like they make some that go here. You know, so I mean, you can put a lot of speakers in here. You can add a sound bar because this doesn't have a sound bar. But I guess for today, we're pulling out the dual shaft, and we're gonna put a marine Kenwood in and 2 prime 5 1/4s down here in the bottom. So that's exactly, Siri. So that's what we got going on.
I like it.
Morel says hi. Hi, Natasha.
Hi, Morel. How was the show?
It looks like the show was good. Sony 3-way set can be ran the way he wants. Yes, because correct. Okay, let's get down to the brass tacks. What are you putting in? There you go. Thanks, Christian. Oh, Arturo's here. Arturo's pancakes in the kick. Yeah, but then you gotta build kick panels. I just heard Art's voice just by seeing his name.
Wow. This guy's awesome.
Oh my god. I hope we get to see Arturo at least once this year.
Hopefully, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's going to Knowledge Fest.
I mean, either thing. Knowledge Fest, Master Tech, any one of them. I mean, you'd think he'd come out to Master Tech because his boys from MSC are there in force. So.
Well, he was there. He just didn't stay for the whole.
Yeah, I know. He was there just to get picked on. When is Mary Lou coming back to the show? That is a good question. Honestly, I don't know. You know, she's still doing.
Send her a message and be like,
yeah,
hey.
she's still in like the startup phase of her current job. So, yeah, I don't think it's been 90 days yet. So I think
closer.
Has it been 90
closer.
days?
I mean,
I don't think it's been 90 days. But
close.
Yeah, we're probably looking at sometime next year to be realistic about it. Unless she's in town. If she comes in town for something, which I don't know why she would, unless she's just here to pick up stuff. But I think she moved everything out of Florida.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Trust me, we'd like to get her back on as much as you guys. She's fun to have on. But speaking of guests, Monday, Monday we'll have at least Matthew Palumbo will be here from Audio Control. Here in studio. Here. So with no agenda, like we're not going to be talking about audio control. He's just like, hey man, I'm in town. Can I come on the show and just shoot the crap? And I'm like, God, yes, please. And he's may drag Jeff Smith with him. We don't know yet on the Jeff, but definitely we'll have Matthew. So that's going to be fun. So that'll be cool. If Jeff comes, great. But there again, it's not for audio control. It's not for Stinger. It's just to come on and be like, hey, what's going on? Cool, big reveal next time she comes on, but not sure if she mentioned at Facebook. Oh, yeah. All right, I will call Mary Lou, and I will see if I can get her on maybe for Christmas.
That will be your Christmas gift, guys.
You're correct, Christian. That information is correct. He has a new career. There's a guest speaker tonight. No, nothing tonight. No. I mean, I could get somebody, but Brian's always eager to come on the show.
Look at that. We have a bottle opener right there.
Oh yeah, the turtle?
No. The bottle opener on the
the magnet.
Right
oh,
there.
That's cool. That's old school right there. Oh, dude, chick. How many guys remember these things? Like, I know Baba will because he's old like me. But there you go. Got the magnetic bottle opener. So you got for your beer and you got for your cans.
Have you been drinking today, sir?
Yeah, there you go. It's got the magnet on the back. Oh, dude, everybody had one of those stuck somewhere to the refrigerator back in the 70s. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But anyways, so that's what we got going on here in the Bay. We're going to be working on this Jeep, and then at 5 o'clock we're going to be 4.5 hours. We're going to be answering your questions live.
That's right.
That's why he made this shirt. Chess, where's my CDs? Yeah. Oh wow, flashback. Always at the ready. Yep. Some of us are in our 50s. Exactly, Mr. Berg. What? Oh, did you say old?
No, I was just copying.
Oh my God! Like this guy over here is so sad. So sad. Thank you. Will do. But I'm gonna cut it short here because we got to get this thing done. And this is one of those that, believe it or not, only it's a pair of speakers and a radio. It's gonna take forever.
But hey, guys, let me tell you something.
Hold on.
If you want a pair of speakers for you, car, please don't forget to check MorelHiFi.com because they have from a 3-way set to a component set to even a coaxial speaker. You can put anywhere, right?
Ooh, we got a new sub coming out.
And then we're gonna exactly. Now,
new shallow
you
mounts.
have a brand new BMW, right? And you want to plug and play. They make plug and play speakers for your BMW. So check them out. MorelHiFi.com. Here on Instagram, Morel_America. Thank you for being a sponsor of the 5 Minutes with 5-Star, guys.
Oh wait, Arturo says, wait, wait, no commercial. Never mind. He stated as he was
writing this. Yeah.
Arturo's just a little slow today. He needs to speed up.
He's doing great things.
You're doing great things, Arturo. We love you so much. Hola. Hasta la vista, baby.